Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the garden. Look at these peonies. Okay, I admit the peonies are not blooming yet, but I can't help it. I'm just so excited. They're one of my favorite flowers. I know people ask me what my favorite flowers are. It changes all the time, but I have a lot of peony related chores to do right now, so I thought I would make a video about it and show you. Now, if you've been following along on the channel, you know that these are the peony roots or tubers or clusters. I'm not really quite sure the correct word to use that I planted last year. I ordered several of these in the fall. They arrived in the fall. You see they have their little growth eyes. They're ready to go. And I just laid them out on some landscape fabric. This was the very first, one of the very first plantings in this new garden. And I ended up just, kind of creating this layout, hoping to keep the weeds out, and that over time this will, kind of establish itself into a really nice peony bed. It's quite the investment for sure and quite a lot of work. So these are coming up already and they look absolutely phenomenal. But I found these pieces of peony that had been tossed into a bucket, just into growing buckets, just in my yard. I don't know what I was doing or where they came from, but I was just like, oh no, like these are just sitting here. What am I going to do? So I planted them. So now they are in the little peony field as well. So thumbs up there. Next, I wanted to show you that I have several packets of peony seeds. These peony seeds came from the American Peony Society, which I'm a member of, which is very exciting. This will be my second year growing seeds from the Peony Society. You'll see some more here in a second. But this year I really wanted to focus on trying to grow some tree varieties. You can see the seeds are quite big. The amount of seeds varies depending upon packet. Usually it's about 5 to 15 is what I found depending upon the type. So in the past, I've sowed seeds directly into beds and into larger containers. This year I've opted for these smaller containers, and I am just putting about 3 seeds into each container. So when these germinate, we shouldn't have any kind of trouble separating them or anything like that. I've never grown tree peonies specifically from a seed, but all of the other peonies that I've grown from seed, I've had pretty good germination rates with. So I expect that this will be, this will be a good technique as long as I'm keeping these well watered and taken care of throughout the season. These are not going to germinate this season, probably. These are just going to hang out in my yard until they germinate next spring. Here in a second, I'll show you some that I actually planted last year into beds. They got overrun with weeds a little bit. Fortunately, I got in there and I weeded it. So these little tiny seedlings are actually the seeds that I planted last year. They just kind of hung out in the garden all year long, and here they are, finally making an appearance. This first season, they're just going to have this kind of, I don't know, I'm sure there's a name for this leaf. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I apologize for that. I wanted to show you ones that I planted the year before last. These are second year. I dug these out of some containers that had gotten kind of lost in the move. These are my second year plants. You can see they're starting to leaf out. They have their first true leaves for the first time, which is so insanely exciting. This is kind of my first venture into growing peonies from seed. You can see, look at that little stinking cute little tuber root, or this is just little adorable root. I can't get over it. Hopefully there won't be too much of a problem with the fact that I dug these out and planted them in spring into a new container. Hopefully I didn't disturb them too much, but it was kind of the only option I had because a lot of stuff got shuffled and moved around during that move and was not ideal. Sometimes things just don't go according to plan, but I did want to show you guys this. I think it's adorable. I think it's awesome. I'm so excited to grow peonies from seed. So glad to have you along with me for the ride. And I guess that's about it. I guess I'm just waiting patiently for them to continue to grow out in the field. And hopefully we will have more gorgeous blooms this year. I know it's just a slow process getting all these plants established and waiting for them to start to bloom. But hopefully we'll have some really gorgeous floral displays. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you so much. You're awesome. Without you, this would not be possible, and I sincerely mean that. Thank you so much. I hope you're having a really, really great day. You totally deserve it, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.